Hi everyone, Einat Kessler here with a new video tutorial, and today we are making double standing frames. These will be great for your holiday photos, for your vacation photos, for any photos that you want to display. You have all the measurements and cutting guide and instructions in the link under the video, so you can go ahead and download that. So we're going to start by scoring at 2, 1.5, 1.5 inch on all 4 sides of our paper. And again, you have all the measurements and instructions free to download from the link in the description under the video. So just go ahead, click the link and download everything that you need to create these frames. So we're going to repeat these score lines on all 4 sides of the paper. So that would be 2 inches, 1.5 inches, 1 inch, and 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. So I'm going to speed it up a little bit. And if you don't have a trimmer like me, you can always use just a ruler and a bone folder or a pen that doesn't work, or back of a knife or something like that. Something that can make a score line. So again, on all 4 sides. And then the last side. The best thing to use is a double-sided paper for this project, but you can use just one side and then cover the inside of the frame later. Next, we're going to align the long side on 2.5 and score another line from the edge, but only until the second score line, until here. And then we're going to align it, the long side, with 8.5 and do exact same thing from the edge to the second score line, and do the same thing on the other side. From 2.5 from the edge to the second score line, and at 8.5 from the edge to the second score line only. Now I've done some pencil marks so you can see all the score lines that you should have. So next, what we're going to do is from the last score line, draw a diagonal line like this from the edge to the junction of the score lines, as you can see here. So 4 small diagonal lines. It helps if you do it with a pencil. And then we're going to cut away the corners according to what I'm going to show you. So these are the lines that we're going to cut away on all 4 corners. Okay? Going to cut them now. Basically what we're going to be left with is the cut corner and a little tab. We're going to need that tab to create the 3D frame. So just cut with scissors on all 4 corners. Like this, along the lines that I've showed you. Can be a little bit confusing. Just want to make sure that I'm cutting it the right way, like this. Don't forget to leave the tab. It's very important. Now on this side, want to do it very slowly so you can follow along and not get confused, because this part can be a little confusing. Now the last corner, that's why I made the pencil marks, because it's easier to see and easier to cut later. So you can go ahead and do that like I did. Okay, so now we're going to cut along the little tabs from the longer side, from the edge to where the two lines meet. So making two little tabs like this, and now we are ready to fold. So what we're going to do is fold all the score lines that we did, and I always use a bone folder to burnish the folds. It's very important. All the fold lines on all four sides. Okay, so we're going to go all around the shape and fold the fold lines, the score lines, sorry. So I'm going to speed things up a little bit because you don't really need to see me fold everything very slowly. So now we're going to start making the frame. We're going to start with the short sides. Apply glue on the last tab, on the last fold, all over the fold like this, between the edge and the score line. Just apply glue. You can do it with a double-sided tape or liquid glue, whatever you like, and then you roll it, you fold it into a square tube and attach it to the bottom like this. Okay, now we're going to do the exact same thing on the other short side. Apply the glue and then fold it into a square tube or square tunnel, and this is going to be the walls of our frame. Okay, next, just going in with a pencil to make sure it's tight and glued properly. Now we're going to fold in those little tabs that we made. Fold them towards the inside like this. And you can apply glue on the diagonal cut there, but I usually don't. But if you want to make sure that everything is glued properly, you can do that. And then apply glue to the long sides of the frame. Fold them into a tube and attach. Now the diagonal side is supposed to look really pretty and be very accurate. If for some reason it doesn't fold properly, then maybe the tab is slightly too wide, so you want to cut it a little bit to make sure the frame closes. And then let's do the other side. And don't forget that you need to make two frames because we're going to join them together and make them standing frames. So once you're finished with this one, go ahead and do the other frame. And I remind you that you have all the measurements and the instructions in the cutting guide that you can download from the link in the description under the video for free. Okay, so that's our last side. We're looking good. Sometimes I like to turn it over, make sure that it's glued properly. Just hold it down a little bit. And now bring in the second one. And now you have to decide if you want them to be standing on the long side, namely to be a portrait frame, or a landscape frame. Maybe you want them to be on their sides, depending on what photos you want to present. So you need to make that decision at this point, because that will determine the length of the strip that you're going to make to attach them. So are they going to go this way or that way? I'm going to make mine portrait. And you also need to decide if you want them to turn to the outside or the inside, because that will determine where you want your strip to be. So you need to first score the 1-inch strip in half. That is on the 1/2 inch mark. So score it, fold it, and then if you want your frames to turn towards the outside, then you need to attach the strip to the back side of the frames. If you want them to turn towards the inside, this is how you're going to attach it if you want them to turn to the outside. If you want to turn them to turn on the inside, then you need to attach your strip of paper to the sides of the frames. So what you need to do is basically apply the glue and attach it to the sides of the frames like so. So attach it with some glue. I'm going to apply the glue on one side, attach it to the side of the frame, and then apply glue on the other side and attach it to the side of my other frame. This way the frames will turn towards the inside. And basically all you need to do now is embellish your frames and attach your photos. Make sure it's aligned first. Okay, this is how it looks. Isn't that pretty and fun? And you can make it with any type of paper and match it to whatever photos you want to present. So I made these for Christmas, so I'm going to embellish them with some Christmas theme stickers and then add Christmas photos. So I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video, so you won't miss anything. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a great holiday season. Stay safe, and I will see you next time.